Ebusianfo yenya banda member of parliament PAAA wo hadwene papa ofoso ampofo ewi ye nyina na gina no so o say
asoro penye na okana
introduction na me ye na nya wo wo wi ye nyina egina Ibrahim Ahmed so banda MP Eda Eda nka Eda ko chema ya Eda ma cha da pay
ejo so minu aba
na ho ye de
ti se ne waye mi ya
de say sa na so waye mi ya o sha o se me deska o na o mfre me ai sika so nya fre ne ye de de ke ba sa unu aba ne mo so ya ma tu hu la la na se me so ma so mu wo soro ni ye kwa anim eno aba nya de ma nya de kora e kan mo boy say eno pa MPC a ya to aba mamo some kwata parliament 275 MPs speaker de mo na mo to aba ma no na mo kwata na mrahye bedwam mo nya adwuma mfa man mfa mo es gracia ansem kora wo mako gina kwantimfi mo pass wi that time no so na mo kodja ba ye be ba MPs ho
oh yes, ambassador be address.
Yo nana ya maminfa wafidi su na minchia Onua FM etifo nyina na masan abo mabaso. Also few of us were not thinking say anna nyine say apart from the few traditional and private FM stations are GD na ye nim say obi betimi emerging force to send your Onua but all of a sudden baby am akukru station now akudru no you have become a national peace
sure.
Whether so obi pe umpe obiti akwai say akoko e bon we kurase without them kura obiti
na de kurase on dey na wo je uti kokuro kura wa so beti
kokura na wo show bedroom kura upi one pi obiti sana Onua FM ni media general makoye but at least so obi ammo no makra na am say media general you have reminded that mama yahu the role of the media and beyond that mama ya san kai say e bit me ayi na ye nim say media na say kra Ghana media say but the way am want me repackage I don't know who is behind it anti B on or
Ghana ni
but also wakade ato ho say we are boy no ne no sa da so to so ebe
na sa da say ho de tia na yete
na ya the truth of the matter
that's the work of the media
the media ni ye o madwuma yi pa politician bia be ye ahwe on say ya say as politicians ni na media na say I'm telling you the truth on say ummonoma na ye boju so a ne wo ye na ye boju so na obeye but if the media makes you aware say ne wo ye nya you will change it wo ye na ye so the media will tell what you are doing is right you continue
they said the Western Regional Minister akosi statue the ama president
akosi no rough road omuya dera baba de kwa mi nkrumo ji faudi ma Ghana kura ni de mututu ye
dey asem kura ni
abi dey say
we makosi statue of rough road so say wa boy aduma Western Region
nobody is able to own up but it's a nice one me ji say abasobodie no eso ye ni chen adwuma na wo say
that's true
that's how the Ghanaian politician has become and no na edia dru be edri but
that is how the name 8th parliament has become
no the 8th parliament
there's too much jokes
no is the best parliament ever
why would you say so
one say the adwuma amode amaye parliament ni say ye hwe yi say aban no emmokro no that's the first work nti se wo hwe adwuma amode ama parliament na se parliament no bi atimi aye adwuma ni yi pa meka say 8th parliament we
that's only say usu nya adwene se nkwala no
o say usu die
ya grow mani so
there be o say usu die no
na no na mo ma che wo parliament
oboa ma omudi boni eno no ankasa on say what is the essence of say ya shemra bibiri na ye niso mfa so be na wo so Ose also abaso body ono di makokuita parliament ni say eno ne parliament ya e passing bra bebre. Yes, what passing bra bebre? What passing ministers 126. Watch it. The ade bia ye Ghana ye fapin amambo fapin bia no wo say no. Wo say no. So how can you obetumi ade aba obu ho abaso? And if you ask me to do this analysis, I will tell you. Look, who called a monthly this assemblies in common fund enco. Common fund when the year mark funding by ya or T common fund also, which was unconstitutional, and or the command development authorities, political unit, and no more says can. 7 parliament. For no certain change. When no try parliament, I 1 year, and no approve 126 ministers for a government, for a small country like Ghana. As you see, with this current parliament, Yatiso by 40 ministers. So how can you compare the two? When not try parliament, or pass the PDS bill, ye the bo Ghana ECG chrono, emaniko di ankra biho, no mojis can go mu bottom. America ban, America parliament try say, near Ghana a ban ayano, e chrono bo enti, sa $190 million na, a year millennium. A year ba energy on farm mobile. It was this parliament. When no try parliament, or passy which parliament, and a passy the Ajapa royalties deal without reading it. It was about 1,000-page document. Omodi ba parliament within 30 minutes, no mature report. Your parliament was rising on that day. And a debate na moroba stampono. Which parliament? It was 7 parliament. I can mention. When a parliament here, you say you can call the bluff of the minority because there are only 106. It was this parliament. When a year parliament here, or transfer speaker and Saki and the appear and appear as Asiama, Obiankas, ne the same thing I repeat here. Yadru baby yadri. So if you check the excesses and the weaknesses of and if a parliament as today parliament cannot stand by the sayings and the doings or proceedings of the previous parliament, then what was the essence of the previous parliament? One kasa ka yenkase ye kura ye bedi ye be ye nsem ni nyina na da chienchire mma abano maka ye papa no ye o manye ni. But at the same this same government ade na wo ye no ndra no and then you say ade has also enye while you have been faced with the consequences of your actions, your previous actions, and now will fail the test. So how can the future generation stand by your actions? And if you are to assess the most oversight parliamentary, I put to the president and the executive on their toes. A parliament way.
8 parliament.
8 parliament. And 8 parliament. The essence.
I want to me afa kwarum na nya adwuma ma e levy.
There now be.
To me pass a betting tax. More pa year free ho to me a pass.
Precisely. There na dey sa no man nyina e bae. Over borrowing of the executive. And over borrowing of the executives no, it was the 7th parliament. Within 1 day we borrowed $1 billion. Within 1 day. And a certificate of agency. Okay, parliament. You see, COVID aba, we suspended all the financial fiscal responsibility bill. We suspended all the rules and procedures. We borrowed about $13 billion in the 7th parliament. Edma Akufo-Addo. Without oversighting how the monies were being used. We oversighted in the 7th parliament. We oversighted the collapsing of 423 financial institutions in this country, which led to unemployment rising from 8% to 14.7%. 7th parliament.
But that is what Nanado ne Baumia challenge mo say that started within your government. No. They came to solve the problem because you could have collapsed it then.
Collapsing it when you needed 9 billion to let them stand. Why should you use 27 billion to collapse them? And what is the guarantee say? You rarely use the money to collapse them. Because parliament then was not doing proper oversighting. And now they engage the law parliament is in there. Uma mene upa papa so mundia no mudi to ashe unza. And parliament ti ona to any say ye shembra sa no mudi di. E ba sika na ya approve ni nyina asa nowhere to be found. and the mama yena will be a haircut. Wa pampa mo apakura be mo haircut.
What do you say?
Me DAC. Nobody is paid. And almost shall say free pensioners in Kokrofo. So those who were supposed to speak and they didn't speak at that time, they started from them. Ma will be a haircut.
So you disagree with him? Totally.
Oh no. But he himself, I don't think within him he would disagree with himself. When they were bringing Afenyo marking, didn't he rise against it? So if Afenyo is misleading the house, can you be blaming us? When they were changing Chairman's Abonso, said Joa is already high.
But now
yes, but changing Haruna.
You believe your Momo Diano was better off than the change of Chairman's Abonso?
Changing Haruna. If it was a mistake, why should you repeat somebody's mistake? Yeah, changing Haruna, the foundation of Ghana shook. And we all, things happened that a lot of people didn't like.
Yeah, but you
feel it. Haruna was not just a small fly. Changing Haruna, the very foundation of Ghana democracy shook for weeks. It took time before the stability came. So do you repeat it when you have only 6 months to elections? But put that one aside. That is not my business. My business is giving us a leader who can lead us. So
you think Afenyo marking on your leader or to me lead?
Afenyo will be good for opposition. I've been saying it. It's not. Also, a hang parliament needs a Libra who can build consensus. Afenyo is not a consensus builder. Even Ra, MPP for mobile parliament, no more 31.
MPP for about parliament, the government business. Majority.
I'm by a press conference, they were 31.
No, I don't know what's the sign for the
41.
41 a sign. Not 31.
So wow, Frey and Ukrawama. And what the entire Frey and say you were to come and do government business, not private business. In the end, them honing now we were private.
They are private business.
Private business here, a Juma ain't free a buying ho.
Yeah, Juma buying. Because there was an outstanding issue. Supreme Court declared, say Speaker, I'm a ruling. According to Speaker, it was just a
announcement.
He just
announcement.
The announcement is to me 2 more equal majority.
No.
Is that what it is in Parliament?
The Speaker now so say. And non see a substantive issue. One try the best say a Supreme Court. On the parliamentary practice and procedure, a special skills on it own. You see, one report to Parliament here, so you know how Parliament work. And it's a minute when them na make us I can't just speak in the house, but you make an own him. You can't parliamentary communication to the house is done by the Speaker. Speaker no not trying to communicate, he communicate to us. So Speaker communicate to us. Okay, communicated to us say. And the Asiama Ako independent into a permanent empty. Uncle called to be and nobody did anything. When the same Asiama and there was a reverse and a bag me about or saying the Asiama sitting here vacant and was higher into sitting that's here vacant. Adewatiamra. Put that one aside. Article 97 H and G and H are clear. Say a member of parliament shall vacate his seat, the seat that he sit on. And the member of parliament is the one who is in the chamber. If he was elected as this, and he is now contesting as that, it's all in his seat. Are you clear?
No, it wasn't clear that if he's now contesting as that.
No. Or leave his party and join contest as an independent. Contest as independent. Or he seeks to remain in parliament. How do you remain in parliament? By contesting. Joe Sewusu doesn't want to remain in parliament again into one contestant. Chairman Sabonso doesn't want to remain in parliament into one contestant.
But they are still MPs. Their seats are not vacant.
They have not changed their position, but they are not seeking to remain in parliament. So remaining in parliament, if you want to remain in parliament, you must contest the next election this time. Correct. No,
but this issue is not in contest at the moment. It is.
And Supreme Court.
Supreme Court. Supreme Court hasn't ruled on it yet.
But Supreme Court
only has said that okay, we're taking decision B. Change answer because we'll be the upper court. My interpreted constitution the way I hear human no yet answer. When make it some move from so saying.
And also betrasi. Nan the Supreme Court kind mean kasa also mean.
Now, say before a Supreme Court, Becca, now we are majority, now we are minority.
And
it is the announcement that changed the position from minority to majority.
Precisely.
And that announcement, according to Supreme Court, should be suspended.
Suspending it in another speaker and say betrans na mean suspending na. Usimima.
Na not him or
Baby, he must speak on the floor, not outside. So who can be speaker press conference now? Am I hands at him? We don't take it as part of communicating to us. He was communicating to Ghanaians. But speaker communicating to parliament must be when he sit on his chair.
Of
course. No,
but before a speaker, the announcement, na momote the left side. And I'm MPP 40 right side.
Because we were
the announcement. Once some opposition, you change it.
On Yankasa, we are majority. The Supreme Court to Kayeno, Supreme Court will write to speaker. On only office na letter no beko. Now I be kind no on the floor actually. Until that happen, we haven't heard anything. That's how Parliament works.
But speaker press conference or no one can so be answers on the position. He just gave an announcement. He didn't ask anybody to change the position. It is the work of the clerk who changed the position. And the clerk in doing but you took the work of the clerk and changed the position.
The clerk in doing that, clerk you know, entering Sorenko because the clerk will call the whips. I feel your mark Edin. I know don't prebra. Kwame Agujabra. Say, no mess we say, no mess we say. Then a dozen, we a majority, we a minority. Into Munsisem. Did
that happen?
It didn't happen.
So how did you change it?
Once it has not happened. Once happened.
I mean the first one, no. Before Mumu change the position, it didn't happen.
The truth is, second one, it has not happened yet. Until it happens, there can be no. Okay, 6 January. 6 January. You call we 137, 137. Say you call a majority side. Yet speaker on the right hand side. And James Obaya no one ye gidi or contra minority side. And only or the letter by man speaker say, Mr. Speaker, we want to say we 137. Also, they are struggling for who is majority. By practice, me independent manaka so we can only MPP by business. So now we are 138 until we are majority. Speaker and say majority until the following day we change. And no na ese cafe nyoye. Enti uba ya no na wakotena the vacancies no so. Na what you speaker na number says Mr. Speaker.
Supreme Court
akasa until you have to communicate to us. So if the 4 members are added to us, we are 138 and therefore we are majority. The clerk will do the needful. Then you go and sit at your place. That's all. Enti me this common thing we won't mean. Then you keep on playing with the intelligence of Ghana.
But Speaker Mayehu said more as leadership, no, you can sort this thing out. Why hasn't it happened?
Who is the head of the leadership?
I said,
maybe a deputy whip.
I know.
The leader of the house is the leader of the majority and the leader of government business. He must be the convener of that meeting. The back stops with him. And on to me because Odidiatem. And once I Odidiatem, they won't mean for it. Who's speaker ruling is satanic. It's evil. NDC for no, they are saboteurs. Your speaker no, we are on war path to sabotage. And who can't sense them way as a leader of the can use as a yembe sinkunya. Then carry. Enti wafum kwanya call the fast on wayra. And I say, Osha, and paying for ni na yo mwehi. So as at yesterday, out of the 138, they were 31. NDC for no, we are about 120. Enti aye no fair say ono ye recall no o ba betra ona
the members here 31
camera na catch no 31 no struggles on a majority. How can 31 be majority over 120? Enti na fair no mu choose say and the betra conference room hosa enti omuti wa no mu sorry kwa ye press conference etwa boy ya. And Nanaya, you have been a reporter in Parliament several years. If you want to solve this problem, Haruna Idrisu Chairman Sambunso, they are the immediate former leaders. Rashid Pepo, Nicoletus Avocano Munyawo.
They are seniors.
They are seniors. And they are former leaders in the house.
And Chairman Sabonso has a good relationship with the speaker.
And look, Yanya, the worst decisions before. In some years, it's our parliament, they change with you. By Che went to Bagbin. Do you remember? I'm number 3. What is your number?
Yes.
Did heaven fall down?
Number 2,
oh, sorry. No, I'm number 2. What is number 3? What is your number?
Number 2.
No, every all can 3 now. Oh, sorry, I no call back in office. Or call another. Now you. When I say I'm number 3, what's your number? Couldn't you have said you are also number 5? Asam. So
because that day was really hot in Parliament.
Hot, but people were thinking that Parliament was going to lock. Nothing happened when the two met. Omuko sisi omuzafe di assembly case closed. Every major.
But the BC speaker are hot-headed.
You should know.
In fact, Mutaka said speaker is a tyrant.
There be Mutaka speaker issue is because speaker was helping the MPP in national interest. I'm telling. I was part of the leadership because that thing happened during the issue of it happened on 2 occasions. I think so. When we passed the VAT, the e-levy, and the Adjuasafu case, and all these things. Speaker ruling in a MPP side, to be honest with you. And every speaker, the ruling he stated towards government side. As a leader in parliament, I know that's how speakers. So when I sit in my chair, I don't count back me as part of us. Meaning say, or no national interest in the ruling no become your war bind, no. So you not war government, government mono. So who nim way. Na uni ni panu be kwa. Ene se una obelusu. Because always every speaker or impartial and neutral. By the ruling, he must make sure government business go through. Enti government business we're going through. Now yes, we are supporters say the attempt. So mbeka pass national interest. No omu tu yedin say national interest. But it was the speaker who was supporting them.
Because honestly, it's really annoying. Say you want to bring betting tax, you are like really. So what?
But let me tell you, there was a day we voted against government policy. Back when called, I said, "How can you vote against government policy? They are in government. They have brought their policy. How can you vote against government policy?" He chastised us on it. You can't do that, and he pushed it through. A lot of things. No, me, nyami yonko no at the point me bufu yama manutran. But later I have to go and apologize. So a lot of things have happened. But actually unya na uti no manu biasi. Or say government policies you can't vote against. That is his policy. Only you to abamano. Until you must push it through. That is it. But you must oversight how he's sending your spend.
So I'm sure you are surprised how MPP is treating Babin now.
They don't, it's inexperience. The Babin are passing 2021 budget and then the supplementary budget at mom. 2022 and then the supplementary budget at mom. 2023 budget and the supplementary budget. 2024 budget and the supplementary budget. Omo budget ben one passing. And the most important policy of a government is the budget. So if it is a hang parliament, not all this will pass a mamo. More taxes are more buy killer taxes in our pass a mamo. What again? Vote on account. Vote on account. Normal a wop fewa mo person mo pass no. Okay. Judges, Supreme Court judges are mo be call retirement or mo nyankwa. They will go to retirement on December. Who the bia ba say yem approve mo. Say when mo call retirement no matter. Na try no mo call retirement. And no na ye
Edu also no marry.
And no na ye omu issue a wo. So on a very serious note.
So you are saying government business is more pressure or more parliament say no. All they are thinking about is finding new judges for those who haven't retired.
That is their priority. And no Supreme Court no priority. I'm telling you the truth. And when the Supreme Court was given a mission says we are self-serving. Nepa no judge for me no why I say mo pass you. It has been on the water paper since July.
Na mote home.
Yes, because the question
wicked.
But truly, that's it. And it was self-serving. The question is when would the panel be called December or Yankwe? Would it be about July? Say, yeah, approve mu na omunko replace.
Sisi aoye first deputy
majority.
According to more,
onto the status quo.
According to more,
onto the speaker speaks.
He says he just gave an announcement. He gave an announcement. That's it.
And secondly, Nanaya.
But does it really matter who is the majority?
Yeah, common sense. Supreme Court had declared the seats are not vacant. And in what Afenyo Market needed to do is say, baby, a city a Morrison war, appear could be and the Asiama war. Baby, omu train obe pomu. No,
my betinasi.
Baby,
Cynthia was there though.
Yeah, that's one rather more. One for
But so I MPP ni. She's still an MPP member.
One Supreme Court has spoken.
You bring all three.
You bring all of them. New 138, number 138, no more about them more. Muba no more about transit. Okay, the 7th Parliament. Left to one and any MPP for Netiho. They were 169. Into Ukwa, there was no division between MPP and NDC. Any munyana and Netiho. So that case is neither here nor there. Into Mubetrawa, Muya 138, 137. Speaker, ye be no put 2 questions na ye to abana ye kan ya. Say Muya 138 ya someone win. Yeah, 137 na ye say alusu. Any Senko mu ba dem ho. And the speaker na kan say there be musiti no vacant. Me mamu ra demo. Masha saga. E ho na obeka as speaker no, you are citing him for contempt and not obeying the Supreme Court ruling. But once the people didn't come, you
can't cite him for contempt.
You can't cite him. They were set not any afidia no musumo. Yenja recall one fra they are citing a contempt. And do you know how the speaker did the contempt? The law says 41%, you know, a year. Speaker has 7 days to make.
Yeah.
And no 7 days, you know. And no anything. And he has 7 days notice to give. And no 7 days notice. 14 days call. Some run away. And now operate within them run. And can you keep on doing this? The best thing is approaching. Mr. Speaker, we apologize for what we have done. Let's sit down for the interest of Ghana and move forward. That's the only way.
Yeah, our parliament. Are you serving your interest? I mean, are you serving political parties' interest or you are serving Ghana's interest?
The matter is political and not legal. And they shouldn't have taken it.
They should deal with it politically.
Political decisions must be solved in the political way. And if you are guilty, admit that I'm guilty. Let's dialogue. It's only dialogue that can solve this problem.
Thank you. NDC Ibrahim Ahmed. He's deep. Very deep. According to Supreme Court, or a minority. But according to a majority. Yeah, the TBR, there's supposed to be a parliament and work must go on. When I have for dance, let me do.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Yeah,